sticking with May being Fall Protection Month, I'm going to tell a little bit of story of fall protection and complacency, specifically complacency when it comes to using fall protection, both from the user standpoint and the supervision standpoint. And with complacency, we can all be guilty of it at different levels, especially when it comes to doing your weekly or monthly or 3 week safety walks. We've all been walking jobs, looked up, saw a guy tie off, said cool, and just kept on moving. So a little bit earlier in my career, I was working in downtown Nashville doing high rise construction. And then you guys that spent time in Nashville know that most of these high rises have underground parking decks. So once we got to grade, we had two workers using a horizontal fall protection line to work on a closure slab. And the best place to put that line was actually on the parking deck, working outside of the parking deck. Like I said, we had two users. Worker one was a green employee, had probably been doing construction for probably about a month, and worker two had a little bit more experience than he did. So the worker that actually fell or was the cause of the fall, he was on this horizontal lifeline. He probably had 30 foot of SRL, probably 20 foot of SRL outside of the perpendicular requirements that the manufacturer provides. So as they were wrecking this footer, he lost his balance and actually fell between the parking deck and the rock wall. Due to his positioning of his SRL, he probably swung probably 15 foot down, striking the guardrails that were on the lower level. The force of that fall actually caused the other worker to fall as well, but since he was using the system the way it was designed, he fell probably about 5 foot, didn't strike anything, no injuries resulted from him. So again, just if you're walking a job and you see someone tied off, it may be a good idea to maybe dig a little bit deeper to make sure that they're using the systems the way that they're designed to be used. And if you're not familiar with it, it's good to do your research so we know what our subcontractors are using out in the field. But that's my story, Dave.
So what you're saying, Lucas, is when worker one fell, the pendulum effect, he started to swing around. And did the SRL snag the other worker and pull him off the wall as well? Is that what you're saying?
No, just the force on the line. So when someone falls on a horizontal lifeline, there's a lot of flexion that can occur depending on how far the strung out. So the deflection in the horizontal lifeline caused the other worker to lose his balance because they were working on a pretty small ledge, so there wasn't a whole lot of space for these guys to balance or catch themselves.
Gotcha. Okay, so in other words, knowing the limitations of the PPE that you're using and using it the way the manufacturer recommends or
Correct.
mandates.